Peace. When new information comes, new facts comes, and it verifies and it comes with the truth, then that means that my position might change or will change. Um, for example, I used to make a salat, I think twice a day. I went from five to three to twice or whatever. Then I seen a video by Hamza Abdul Malik, the Quranic Salat. And I watched that videos a few times. At first, I wasn't really understanding. You know what I mean? It wasn't really clear to me at first. So I watched it a few times, looked into the ayats, and also Quranic centric. That gave me clarification on what Salat is. So in that information, I took that information and I looked over the proofs of the reading, and I have to submit to. And I'm not saying that that's like their viewpoint, but this is what I'm seeing in the reading. This is what I get from it. Now, the word haram, which is always translated as forbidden, Hamza Abdul Malik uh, used the word sanction, which makes sense because you could, when you sanction something, it could either be you could do it or something that you can't do. And the proof is 6:151. Say, let me recite to you what your Lord has forbidden to you. Haram, right? Not to associate and to honor your parents, right? So, so how can you forbid to honor your parents? You see what I'm saying? That doesn't fit in the context. So yeah, that meaning I have to submit to that because that's what it means. You know what I mean? That's what it means. Um, so in that case, the word haram is sanctioned. I mean, you can see where something is forbidden for you to do. You can see where the forbiddenness is, and you can see where the allowances is. You know what I mean? Um, but I watched a few, I don't know how, a few days ago, several days ago. I watched this video, the swine flu. Very interesting video. A lot of good information in it. And I had to jot down the ayats, the proof, where he was talking about. And and his conclusion was that according to uh, the proofs, that pork is not forbidden to eat. You are allowed to eat pork. So and we will see in proof 393. I'm not saying it verbatim. This is just my notes. That all food was legal for the children of Israel except what they sanctioned on themselves before the Torah. So if all food was legal for them, then this would include pig, right? It would include pig if all the food was legal for them. Now, then in 160 and 161, God tells us what they did. What did the Jews do for God to sanction these good things, right? Now, once you get to proof 6:146, God has sanctioned to the Jews all animals with claws / talons, right? The word vufur, it means claws, it means talons, it means like fingernails, toenails. So these animals that has claws or talons, they cannot eat, right? And we know that pigs don't have claws or talons. Now, then it goes on. Then God God includes in the fat of cows and sheep. The fat of cows and sheep, except what is from the back or the internal organs or what is mixed with bones. And you see the word khinzeer, pig, is not mentioned amongst those animals. It's only cows and sheep, right? So that is what God relate to us, what it has forbidden to the Jews. So we see that the pig is not there. Now, in ayat 5, God states that good things are legal, halal, permissible, are legal, as well as the food of those possessing the law. So the exchanging of food with other people in this case is legal. So that means that because the Christians eat pork, so that means that you can eat pork. That's what I was saying. Right? So all good things are legal, as well as the food of those possessing the law. That would include pork. Now, well, I'm going to get into the proof where it talks about what is forbidden or sanctioned to eat. And so I'm going to just use 6:145. The first thing sanctioned for anyone that trusts in the reading or the Quran is any animal that has already died, that's already dead. The animal is already dead, right? Because they say except for what you can slaughter or whatever, or do away with before it dies, right? So a dead animal. The second is blood, whether the blood is in the meat or the blood is poured in a cup or a bowl or whatever. That is haram, forbidden, sanctioned, right? The fourth is to dedicate in a sacrificial way to any false gods, right? And the third is khinzeer, right? Khinzeer, which means swine. It also means crude, or to be crude, right? So, in the word crude means a natural or raw state, which could be rotten, spoiled, moldy. God never sanctioned forbidden pigs to the Jews, right? And God states that what Muhammad received of the instructions is the same instruction to Noah, Jesus, Moses, etc. So why would God single out the pig now? And on top of that, God told Muhammad and his followers that they could eat the food of those having the law, right? So when you get the word khinzeer, the flesh of the swine, or the meat of swine, couldn't it just be spoiled meat, rotten meat, moldy meat? Like say you got food in your refrigerator and the chicken smells bad, look bad. You can't eat that. That falls in a line with like an animal that's already dead. It's filth, right? It's religious. It's filth, right? So, in my conclusion of it, because some words as they translate it might not be the word is there, because as we know, salat been changed to mean prayer, and then in this instance it means blessings. You know what I mean? Zakat means tax. They have as tax when zakat just means to make something better. That's all it means. You know what I mean? So in all these four cases, we see that if you take the understanding, the meaning of the word khinzeer to be rotten or crude, spoiled, moldy, then that means that it is not the animal that are sanctioned to eat, but it is the condition of the animal's life and the condition of the meat, right? Because to dedicate something has nothing to do with an animal, it does something with God itself. Blood is, blood stink. It's just, you know what I mean? And who would want to really consume something like that? Just like who would want to eat an animal just laying there dead? Or spoil you rotten meat. You know what I mean? So yes, I'm of the viewpoint now. After doing my own research and analysis and thinking and pondering over it for a few days, I've been pondering and pondering over it for a few days, thinking over these proofs, seeing how the word khinzeer was not in the forbidden to the Jews, right? It was only cows and sheep and animals with claws and talons. And then that's one thing about when you only follow the reading, the Quran, is that you have to sift through what the religion of Islam have done to the meaning of the reading and to the words. You have to figure out what the word really, really means. You have to really figure out what is being said in this book. So yeah, that was a big one for me also. That was a real big one. I totally agree with that viewpoint and that position. And it makes sense. It makes sense to me. Because yeah, like why would one animal be singled out to not eat? That make a lot of sense, like how the Hindus do with the cows. That do make a lot of sense. Wow. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Just stick to the reading. That's it. This is all you need. You know what I mean? And anyone give you information that you think is interesting, you go back and you do the research yourself. You double check, you read it, you go through it, you look up the other proofs that deals with that topic, and you come to your own conclusion. Because in the end, when you go before God, it's you and God for judgment. No one's going to be there. No person, not your mama, your daddy, your brother. It's going to be you and God, right? As long as you're sincere in your investigation, you know what I mean? As long as you're sincere in your investigation and try to stick to what is logical and what makes sense, you know what I mean? And just, and ask God to, increase you in the knowledge. Well, that's it. Peace.